Ryan Suckup, the man tasked with getting this one started. And we are underway from Atlanta.
Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time.
And they'll be led out by Marcus Mariota, former 2nd overall pick back in 2015, now in his 8th season in the league.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Mariota's throw into the hands of Pitts here.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, Mariota. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
They'll run with Patterson.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
This, the second meeting of these 2 teams. You might recall they met back in week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Mariota.
And complete to Drake London.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Mariota to throw it.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC.
Well, here we sit, week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And It's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Extra point try now for Succop.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack.
And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Always fun to get a peek at Tom Brady as he gets in place to command this offense for Tampa Bay.
And at one point he announced to the NFL world that he had accomplished everything he needed to and was going to retire, but then reversed that decision. And I think everyone who likes football loves the fact that he's still out there throwing it around and still at the top of his game. In a career that's seen and accomplished just about everything, he figured there's always room to add to that legacy.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Throwing on first down is Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Brady. And Brady has it over the middle.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. First carry for Kenneth Gainwell.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Throwing now is Brady. And Brady, the tight end's got it.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
First carry now for Keyshawn Vaughn.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Brady.
Here's White. They set up the screen.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Rashad White, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point up and good by Succop, and it's now 21-0. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was Rashad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. The Falcons offense set to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive.
And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
And here's a handoff to Gainwell.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
21-0 our score after 1. Still 9 remaining on second down.
Brady going to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the interception here, Mariota.
And caught by London. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Straight ahead, Patterson.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Play action now, Mariota. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. William Golston able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
To try again after the sack, Mariota. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs.
Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature place.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Koo knocks this one through the post.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So it's all down to this, Week 18 on the NFL schedule. And that means that once we sort things out, we'll all be set for our second ever Super Wild Card weekend, which I think everyone agrees was a runaway success last year. We got 2 games coming up on Saturday, 3 more on Sunday.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Grady Jarrett, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
After the sack on first down, Brady. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Brady on third down.
Gets it out quick. It's Gage on the slant. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff coming left is Gainwell.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now Brady. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big gain of 31 on third down.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Brady. This complete to Jones.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Brady gives this to White. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
To throw, it's Brady. And it's caught. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at third and a few inches.
They'll try to run for it with Vaughn.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short, no gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal.
From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Succop's kick is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mariota. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. To throw is Brady. And Jones has it over the middle. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Brady. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
A first down throw for Mariota. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Throwing, Mariota being chased out left. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Mariota on first down.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw is Mariota.
Right back to Pitts again.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw again. Mariota.
He's got a man. It's Berkser, the tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Mariota.
That's into the hands of Edwards. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now Mariota.
He's got the tight end Berkser right side complete. Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans, and it's the Saints who are out in front. The Saints are going to be watching what's going on with fingers crossed as they look to finish off what would be a 9-7 campaign. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Aaron Rodgers carving them up with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. 2 touchdown passes there for the former MVP, Matt Ryan. In the game you're watching, it's who else? Tom Brady with a strong first half. His guys have a 3-touchdown lead as we're about ready to go into the second half. And to get you through it, we give it back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll start here with a handoff to White.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did.
Now they'll throw with Brady.
That's to Evans, and what a nice catch that is.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. On first down, Brady.
That's complete to Tyler Johnson.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. From the 41, Brady. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Brady now to throw. Caught by Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That is his 951st NFL reception, so 49 away from 1,000, but 951, that ties him with Andre Reed.
Oh, I love the trigger there because Andre Reed caught the ball any part of the field and specialized in traffic, similar to what we've seen throughout his career as well. Does not mind going across the middle and making big-time catches.
Brady's throw there complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
First down, here's White. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, now Brady.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Here's Brady to throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Jalen Reagor, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Succop for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And the drive was polished off on the touchdown catch by Jalen Reagor.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. 2nd and 5 now. Mariota rolling to his right.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Patterson taken down at the 47-yard line. 2nd down and 8.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. That's complete to his tight end, Firkser.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. 3rd down, here's Patterson.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mariota
dumps this one off to Algier.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Mariota. And this one is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Back to the ground now. Patterson.
They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. Mariota now. Sliding. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Vita Vea in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
On fourth down, Mariota is off, and on comes Atlanta's Younghoe Koo.
From the right hash, this from 33.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Vaughn on 1st and 10.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. They'll try the left side with Gainwell.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
And they'll go right back to Gainwell here on 1st down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Again, a run with Gainwell.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. They run behind center with Gainwell.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Brady. He finds his man Johnson. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 15-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And as he throws and the ball is out, it's a live football.
This is it. A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now Brady on the bootleg. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
The sack backs him up, third and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. They give to White on the option. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down. So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Succop's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. First and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota at their own 22. Throwing is Mariota. Flushed out. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Joe Tryon. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 14. Mariota to throw it. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, Mariota. What a catch by London. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Flush to his right. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. Down inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Mariota. That is caught at the 7-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And down to the 36-yard line here. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. On the counter, it's Vaughn. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it was a game where they were off and running in the 1st quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Bucs, they do get the victory that pushes them over 500 for the season as they finish at 9-8. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, this loss will mean they finish the season on the wrong side of 500 at 8-9. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.